You cannot do football content without closing out the week with some player props and, of course, a big long shot parlay that eventually we will hit and we will celebrate. I'm Dave Loughran, and this is Player Props for Week 1. We'll run this every single week till the end of the season. Of course, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Let me know your favorite props. Let everyone know your favorite props for this week, what you agree with, what you disagree with. And if you're ever looking for any additional analysis, plays, updates, you got it, you name it, find me on Twitter at Laffy_D. Let's go. First up, Chase Brown over 13.5 receiving yards, minus 115 on DraftKings. One thing you'll know should know about this video is that it is very sportsbook specific. You'll see why at the end when I talk about this same game parlay. You'll go, oh, he talks about this all the time. It's kind of annoying, but now I actually understand. This guy's just trying to help me not lose money. Yeah, that is the case. Anyway, Chase Brown. He didn't get really any snaps last year until week 13, but he was ultra productive as a pass catcher. This guy, Chase Brown, ran 35 routes last year, was targeted 15 times, had 14 receptions, and averaged 11.1 yards per catch. All right. Not only that, he had a 43% target rate on routes run. Crazy. And then over the last 5 weeks of the season, obviously, the quarterback issues and everything, but Joe Mixon was still out there as the bell cow back. Brown caught 11 of 12 passes for 149 yards. And again, that was with Mixon in there, getting 70+% of snaps every week. Now it's expected to be a split backfield between Zach Moss and Brown in week 1. Not to mention, this is why I like this, because I already like 13.5, knowing how efficient Brown is. Not to mention, Jamar Chase, we don't know if he's going to play. He might. I'd lean yes, but we don't know. And then T. Higgins missed Friday's practice with a hamstring injury. 2 days from the game. That does not bode well at all. You could have both of them play. You could have one of them play. You could have neither of them play. Either way, things can only get better and not worse for Chase Brown at this number, in my humble opinion. And it's a small sample, but last year, Chase led all running backs, again, small sample, in yards per route run and yards after the catch per reception. Chase Brown, higher or over 13.5 receiving yards. Blake Corum under 24.5 rushing yards. This is minus 113 at Caesars. I'll keep this one quick. The Rams offensive line has a suspension. They have an injury. They've been shuffling it around leading up to week 1. And the Lions have an elite run defense and a top 3 defensive line. I know that the word of Kyron Williams getting punt return duties back is spooking a lot of people, and rightfully so. It's hard to trust Sean McVay after what we saw with Cam Akers. No doubt about that, but I'm not sure he ever really liked him. Trust me, I have my reservations about McVay as well. But given the matchup, 24.5 just seems high. Like, this is your debut in the NFL against Detroit in Detroit, and we already don't know how much work you're going to get to begin with. Jackson Smith-Njigba over 44.5 receiving yards, minus 114. If you hear me say higher, it's because I was doing these underdog videos and you have to say higher there. Yeah, at FanDuel and at Bet365, which, by the way, their promos, I put these in the Discord the other day with our premium marketplace. Those promos at Bet365 right now are out of control. So I love betting on Caesars, but their promos stink. BetMGM stink. For Thursday Night Football, it was Lamar Jackson, 1+ passing touchdowns to even money, boosted from minus 425. Jalen Hurts and Jordan Love for Friday's game, 200+ passing yards each, even money. They even had one where it was make a 3-game same-game parlay, or any same-game parlay with 3+ legs, as many as you want, add it up to $50 and get $10 per every single touchdown scored. There were 5 touchdowns in that game. You got everything back and maybe you won your bet. And if you're new over there and in any of these states, $200 in bonus bets just by signing up, depositing 10 and betting $5. You get those bonus bets immediately once it settles. Links in the description and in chat. Highly suggest you get over there. I got just free money from that Lamar Jackson boost yesterday, and there's going to be more of them throughout the year. Link in description. Get 200 in bonus bets. Got to be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. Also, take a look at Jackson Smith-Njigba. Patrick Surtain's likely going to shadow DK Metcalf. He did it in the 2022 season opener. And Vance Joseph was the DC then. He's the DC now. Maybe with some overhaul of the defensive personnel, things look a little bit different. But I still don't think all that much, because Surtain is a physical and sticky cornerback. The type, I'm talking a lot this week. That's the type of guy you're looking for. And outside of Surtain is completely in rebuild mode. And if Metcalf's limited by that physical play, he had 7 for 36 in 2022. They were just throwing everything to him in the flat or a couple of yards downfield, hoping he could out physical the defense, and it didn't work. Then I think Njigba looks real good in this spot, over 44.5. Devontae Adams, over 6.5 receptions, plus money here. I wanted to give you guys a plus money straight play, plus 118 at Caesars. Best odds for sure here. Adams only cleared this number 7 times last year, but it's actually not bad when you consider his quarterback for most of the season. Well, first, a horrible Jimmy Garoppolo, then Brian Hoyer, and then Aiden O'Connell. Come on. Gardner Minshew's no world beater either, don't get me wrong. But last year with the Colts, he peppered Michael Pittman Jr. to the tune of a 27.5% target share. And Pittman had 8+ receptions in 9 of 15 games that he played with Minshew. And Adams, as much as I like Pittman, Adams is better than Pittman. He might still be the best route runner in football. And yeah, while you have Jacoby Myers and Brock Bowers there, and maybe you'll see the ball spread around a bit, Adams remains one of the most elite receivers in football. And at plus money, I don't mind taking a shot on this. All right, it's time for the parlay of the week. Some days it might be ladder plays. Who knows? We might have round robins. I might go full Eric Lindquist, my boy Eric, with the round robin god. But today we're going same game parlay. Last year we hit a plus 580 parlay with the Bucks against Detroit in the divisional round. Some of you guys who have been here a while, you remember that, right? We hit that divisional round, and we had our specific read. It was just Detroit can stop the run, Detroit can't stop the pass, and all of that. Baker Mayfield 275 plus receiving or passing yards, 2+ passing touchdowns, and Mike Evans anytime touchdown. Now we got that at plus 580, closed it under. I think it closed at like plus 390 or something ridiculous. And this is why we have the premium odd shopper marketplace. I won't belabor the point. You've heard me talk about it all week. But if you want to join me and you want to get these odds before they move, like I was going to put 5 different props in here that I put in our marketplace and our Discord earlier, but I can't and I won't be each week because the odds move to the point where you're not getting value anymore. But when you get them early, you're getting that value. And we're building a great community over there as well. So, hey, first week, $4.99, 50% off. If you want to do a full month, 50% off, less than $15. Would love to have you come join me as well. Link down there in the description and in the chat. All right, enough of that stuff. But come join me. It'll be fun. We already got a bunch of people. Join in the community. If you bet 100 on that at 580, you're getting $580 returns. If you bet that later, you're losing out on what, $150, $200. In this case, these are the odds we'd probably get because it's week 1. But I want to go back to the well. And maybe Dan Quinn and Joe Witt Jr. have fixed this defense somehow miraculously in the matter of one off season. But I'm willing to put a little bit of money down and see if that's actually the case. As a matter of fact, I already did. They lost Kendall Fuller in the secondary. They don't really have any significant names back there. And they gave up an insane amount of explosive plays last year, which is why we're doing this, right? I talked about it all the time last year from a player prop perspective. Posing offenses against the Washington Commanders, deep play threats, go. So let's go back to Baker Mayfield, 275 plus passing yards. I know people are down on the Bucs this year, but they don't need to be great all season. Mike Evans anytime touchdown, and Mike Evans longest reception, 30 plus yards. This is only on Caesars. Plus 650 on Caesars. If you wanted to bet it on FanDuel, it's plus 498. Similarly on MGM and DraftKings. Also, Mike Evans, 2+ touchdowns on DraftKings is plus 900, 9-1. It's plus 750 on FanDuel, plus 650 on Caesars. Mike Evans is such a touchdown monster that at 9-1 against this completely suspect and unknown secondary, I want to take a shot there. 0.2 units or less, whatever you're comfortable with here, but I'm going to hit that. So anyway, those are your 5 for the day, for the week. Guys, let's have a great week. We'll see you back here next Friday. Appreciate you and supporting this channel all the time. Even if it's just coming in and watching or hitting the thumbs up and subscribe, it all goes a long way and you mean a lot to me. Good luck, and we'll catch you back here next week. Peace.